I looked at how unhealthy we are as a nation. That's a pretty big thing.
How are you so healthy? Is it golf?
No, it's genetics, I believe. You know, I'm a big
Genetics
believer.
is a big factor.
I really am. I mean, my father was...
Unfortunately, it is a big factor for health. Some people are just way more robust. But you do play golf a lot, and that is exercise.
Both of my parents. For me, it's good.
Fresh air.
It really is. It's
exercise.
fresh air. You're outside. Even mentally, you're focused on that 3-footer, and for a couple of hours, you're not. And I go quick. I play fast, real fast, and I'm in, I'm out. But, you know, it gives me... I was never one that could, like, run on a treadmill. And I can do it. You know, when passing a physical, they ask me to run on a treadmill, and then they make it steeper and steeper and steeper. And the doctor said, it was at Walter Reed, they said, it's unbelievable. I could have gone... I'm telling you, I felt I could have gone all day. But I said, Doc, I can do this all day long. I have no problem. But it's boring to me. Do you understand?
Right.
It's just boring.
Golf's exciting.
But I did it for so long. They couldn't believe it that I did it. And I never did. You know, I don't do it. I don't really, you know, I have friends that run on this stuff all day long. But I had no problem doing it. But it's really boring. So with golf or something, you know, or tennis or whatever.
Right.
But golf, as you get older, there's something really good about it. And you have competition with your friends. And, you know,
concentration, focus.
And it's a great handicap sport.
And it's also a thing, I think, it cleans your mind, because when you're looking at a shot, that's all you can think of when you're executing. It
gives you a couple of hours. You know, it's interesting. Like with tennis, if you're much better than somebody, you can't really play with somebody. You know, it doesn't work. You can give them sort of the equivalent of strokes, right? But it's not the same. With golf, you can play with a lousy guy and give him a stroke a hole or 2 strokes a hole or something. You know, it's a good handicapping sport.
Right.
But it gives me a little exercise. But I haven't played in a long time. I won 32 club championships.
Didn't you play right after you got shot?
No. What I did is I played with Bryson DeChambeau. Do you know Bryson?
Yes.
The pro.
Uh-huh.
He's a great player. And we played, it was a certain thing that we played, I guess called breaking 50 or something. 50, we play from a certain tee, and if you can break 50. And it got tremendous ratings. It was sort of like a crazy thing. He's a great guy.
But wasn't
that
like a couple of days after you got shot?
I don't know. I know I haven't.
That was one of the funniest things. You were on the golf course.
I think I did, yeah, maybe I did. But I view it very interestingly. I'm running for president of the United States. To me, it's such a big deal. It's so important. So I've gone now.
It's the biggest deal in the free world.
It's 100 times bigger than the Super Bowl, and it's one person.
Yeah.
So you're down to 2 people, and we start off at 9 billion, because you have 9 billion, they say, in the world. Who knows what that number is? But you get down to 350 million. Sadly, we have no idea what we have in this country, but let's assume it's 325, 350. And you're down to 2 people. It's the biggest thing in the world. And when I heard she took off yesterday and she took off the day before and she's going to take off tomorrow or the next day, I haven't taken a day off in 56 days. That's a long time. I haven't taken one day off. I don't want to play golf. This is too exciting. Golf is great, but this is too exciting. This is more exciting than anything you can do. And
it's the home stretch.
It's the home stretch. Who would take a day off? So we have 11 days left now. And think of it. So I think I've gone 54, 55 days in a row. No days off. And I make speeches oftentimes, you know, sometimes not, but I make speeches. And when you make a speech, and my speeches last a long time because of the weave, you know, I mean, I weave stories into it. And if you just read a teleprompter, nobody's going to be very exciting. You got to weave it out. So but you always have to, as you say, you always have to get right back to work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's no good. But the weave is very, very important. Very few weavers around, but it's a big strain on your. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You got to be careful with the voice. You can lose that voice. The voice wasn't designed. I said today. So, I made a big one last night. I was in Las Vegas. A big one the night before in Arizona. Big one. I mean, they're all big. There's never been anything like it in terms of crowd. Never been close. Never been close. They say